scientists reveal who really wrote the Holy Bible, the answer is mind-boggling. Well, we know that the first 5 books were supposedly written, of the Old Testament were supposedly written by Moses himself. Now, finding out who penned the sacred book is no easy task, an expert said. Now, I guess they're talking about the King James Holy Bible, because there were many Bibles before that. Now, Professor Elizabeth Pulzer, biblical scholar at Villanova University in Pennsylvania, believes the Bible is a result of the work of dozens of people, of course, because there were also Old Testament prophets that wrote their own books. Astonishingly, the professor estimates that more than 40 people wrote the Holy Bible, and each book of the Bible needs to be treated on its own to decide who authored it. Finding out who penned the sacred book is no easy task, the professor told Mail Online, explaining that locating its author is quite complicated. Well, it's not one author, it was many, obviously. In certain cases, it's known who exactly wrote the book for the Bible, according to Professor Pulzer, but in other times it's less clear. The Christian Bible has 2 sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament is the original Hebrew Bible and was written over a period of hundreds of years. The exact dates are difficult to pinpoint due to a lack of the consistent calendar and different understandings of history. Some of the most ancient material may date as early as 1200 BC. We're talking about the time of, before the time of the judges, before the first king of Israel, Saul. But the books were likely edited into their present form in the 5th or 6th centuries BC, Professor Pulzer said, whereas the New Testament books were written by Christians in the 1st century AD. Although books like Genesis and Exodus have been traditionally attributed to Moses due to contradictions and duplications in the material, they are now thought to have been authored by several sources over the course of centuries, said Professor Pulzer. The professor even believes that the 4 Gospels, purported to be written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, could actually be false. She said the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are all technically anonymous and were attributed in very early stages to these 4 evangelists by church fathers, Professor Pulzer said. It's difficult to know how much of that attribution is really history and how much of it was legendary. Most scholars also are in agreement that other books purport to have been written by famous authors such as King Solomon, are falsely attributed or fake. And this is on Express UK by Lauren O'Toole. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.